This is the lane leading to the sea, and it must have been there for a long time, even pre-enclosure, I think. And you're now looking at the Bluebell itself, which used to be a pub, and it's now for sale. And it was offered at, I think, £50,000, and it's gone down to 40,000, but nobody seems terribly interested in it at the moment. There's a shop which Margaret has.
Now.
Next door is another house which was probably built round about the time that the Bluebell itself was rebuilt. We do have a picture of the original Bluebell, which is made of cobbles.
Looking towards the Warren.
So we're not quite sure about the date of the rebuilding. This is the road to Spurn itself, and just beyond there you can see Southfield Farm.
I've passed it.
Oh, sorry, okay. 4 Ways bungalow. And this is the plaque, which, as I say, is we've seen a photograph of, surrounded by cobbles, so obviously at least part of this Bluebell has been rebuilt. It says, built in the year 1847, 534 yards from the sea.
Oh, I don't know about now. We did the caravan site now. We're going up to
That's John Ward just going off in his van there to Sunk Island.
Down the lane towards the Crown and Anchor now, and towards, of course, the Humber. Good hawthorn hedges on either side, but on the right, just this year, they've been cut right down. In fact, they would have been cut far more if it hadn't been for the intervention of the Heritage Coast people. It's coming up a bit now. This is an enclosure road, of course. You can see St Helen's Church in the distance. Moving along.
This is looking towards the Scrape and Big Hedge. We're looking about south now, looking towards the area of the nature reserve. This is looking to where the canal pond has been built. We'll see that in a moment. And then we're coming up to Little Hedge now, looking towards the Humber, and this is overlooking the area called the Triangle. There's Little Hedge. And these fields here belong to Southfield Farm. There's a caravan field where caravans were kept just after the Second World War, but it's still called Caravan Field. And the other one is Thrushfield, and you can see the ridge and furrow. Now this farm, this is an 18th century farm. It's called Southfield Farm. And this was actually here at the same time that old Kilnsea existed. It's one of the earliest buildings in Kilnsea. We'll just have another look here at Thrushfield, and you can see the very pronounced ridge and furrow on this field. This is the pre-enclosure, and we're looking now towards Kilnsea itself and Mr. Waller's place. The view north, looking towards the Bluebell. This is the new car park that was built just outside the New Hyde. The car park was actually constructed by the Spurn Heritage Coast people in the winter of 1990, and there's Jan just walking towards the hide. This is the view from the hide of Canal Pond. It can be very good at high tide when the waders come in, particularly in the autumn. This is the island in Canal Pond, and there's at the moment there is a common tern and also an oyster catcher on it. Just taking off now. There's the oyster catcher going. And just in the corner here we've got a red shank and a turnstone. Just grooming itself there. Some red shank here just coming in. Hide here you can get quite a good view of Cliff Farm. This has recently been partly rebuilt and refurbished.
Still empty.
Still empty. It hasn't actually been occupied yet, and we're not quite sure what they're going to use it for. I think it's been bought by the people from the caravan site. A good view as well of Southfield Farm from the hide. It's the view along the canal. One of the lines of the triangle. It's the canal looking over to Kilnsea, and you can see Cliff Farm there quite well, and the church. Looking south again from the canal, and you can see the lighthouse at the end of the point there.
The tide's pretty well in, isn't it?
Yes. It's Pallas's Pond, which I believe was named after a long since gone Pallas's warbler.